Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger, live from the NMSU softball complex. You know, there were a couple of recommendations, namely from our dear friends at BleedCrimson.net, to get out more, get outside more.
And we like the fresh air.
We took it to heart. Only problem with this week's show, no Grant Stockburger.
No, his agent had a few issues, so he couldn't make an appearance. But we do have the nice grass, we have the diamond, scoreboards over there.
Great to be here.
I love being outside.
Let's start right there. Let's start Aggie softball. They're 8-1. They're in first place in the WAC. They just beat number 17 Arizona. Fact of the matter is, this team is quietly having a very good season.
Yeah, really. They had a double-digit winning streak. Then they beat Arizona. They lose in the second half of the doubleheader to end the streak. But, you know, doing very well, first place in the conference play. And this is a team that people need to get out and watch because this could be a championship program.
Well, it's interesting. I think there was a lot of news. Obviously, Dwayne Walker left in late January, and then they hired a new coach. So the Aggies get a Sun Belt berth in football. Aggie basketball goes to the NCAA tournament. Bulldogs, Las Cruces Bulldogs basketball, they win the state championship. So the spring sports are a little overshadowed, and I think that has to do with part of the reason they've been overlooked to a certain degree. But this is a good program here. 2 years ago, they had a great team. They made the NCAA tournament. Last year, injury and illness hit. They struggled. But this year, they look like they could very easily be a tournament team again. They host Texas San Antonio this weekend. So, I mean, they haven't played an overwhelming schedule considering the state of the WAC, so it seems like it's really the ball's in their court.
It's there for them. It's there for them. It's a very winnable schedule. Like you said, they already have the 8-1 conference record, so they're way ahead of the pace here right now. And like you said, very good point, you know, sort of some of those other distractions, you hate to call them distractions, but some of those other news stories have sort of dissipated a little bit as those seasons have ended. And this is a chance to get out and see these girls play.
They are playing. They just beat Arizona. They're 8-1 in WAC, like Brook said, so they're playing Texas San Antonio this weekend, doubleheader, single game on Friday starts at 6. Saturday double dip starts at 4. I just said double dip. Yes, I did. Let's move on. Aggie baseball. I was at an Aggie baseball game this weekend. They fell behind 9-0. They came back and they tied the score at 10. They left the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th on 3 consecutive strikeouts, nobody out. They went and lose 12-10. With that being said, they took 2 or 3 from Dallas Baptist, and now they come home for a key series against Sacramento State. Well, they're sort of staying home. They played Dallas Baptist now.
Yeah, and that was a typical Presley-Askew kind of game too.
Yeah,
you know, lots of runs scored, big lead, it's getting erased. We've seen this over and over again throughout the years with Aggie baseball. You know, they're 4-5 in a conference right now. You know, they're within striking distance. They still have some things they need to work on though if they really want to make that push here in the WAC tournament. Or in the WAC play before they even get to a WAC tournament.
I mean, they're still right there considering the fact they were 1-4. They're playing Cal State Bakersfield. This is 2 weekends ago. They're down 4-1. Parker Hipp hits a 3-run home run to tie the score at 4 late in the game. They go on to win 5-4. That game essentially saves their season.
Yeah.
They take 2 or 3 from a good Dallas Baptist team. Interesting because the way they lost the other day, it actually was very disappointing. It almost felt like they lost the series, but they still took 2 or 3. Now they have a key series here, so we'll see how they do against Sacramento State. High school baseball, high school softball, obviously on the high school baseball ranks. Cruces high, they're an improving team. They just beat Mayfield on Tuesday night, so they're moving forward. Oneonta seems to be the favorite. They have a talented team, they have a bunch of arms, they have a good coach in David Reyes. I think it's going to come down to Cruces Oneonta. I think, again, Oneonta probably is the favorite at this point, but Cruces is improving. On the softball front, Cruces is the favorite. Watch out for the Oneonta Knights. They're a sleeper team. Mayfield slumping. Gadsden took a step back from last year. Alamogordo's taking a major step back from last year. Again, it's kind of the same deal. Cruces is the favorite there. Oneonta is a serious sleeper. Let's move on to our 3 burning questions. This is our favorite time. The list is here. You're going to see me glancing over periodically at our list. Question number 1. Will Aggie softball rip off another double-digit win streak? Well, they have 12 games left, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's sort of thing. But you could count postseason as well. Probably not. You're right. With the season getting condensed here as we go along. But this is a team that's very good. This is a team that should finish out very well, and I think people need to get out and watch them play.
And they clearly should compete for a WAC crown. There you go. They might have a chance at that large. Who knows? Aggie baseball.
Yes.
Were you going to ask the question?
Well, sure, why not?
Well, I'm going to do it.
Will Aggie baseball finish with a winning record in WAC play?
I'm going to say yes. I think their schedule will actually get softer the second half of the season. I like what they did against Dallas Baptist the other day. I think they're going to finish the year with a winning WAC.
Yeah, they get some of their fielding issues worked out a little bit now, and they got the bats to do it. So we'll see.
We'll see. Question number 3. We're looking at an independent schedule. Aggies are in spring football. I realize it's very preliminary. We're looking at an independent schedule. How many wins can the Aggies get in an independent schedule coming off a 1-11 campaign?
Well, brand new coaching staff. You know, they're going to try to turn things really around. I'm looking at, like, say, 3-9.
I think that's a very fair guess. I'm going to say 3 wins, 4 wins is a very realistic goal. In order to do that, you're going to have to beat either UNM and UTEP. And in order to get more than 3, you're going to have to pull off a couple upsets along the way. There's some BCS teams on that schedule.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks for checking us out as always. At Teddy Feinberg on Twitter, at B Stockberger on Twitter. We probably went a little long. It's because we care about you. We want to give you the best content humanly possible. Facebook, lcsun-news.com. Have a wonderful week.